Check out carmarshal.com. The link is in the description. They help support us.
I heard her in the voice that they were going to do something bad. They were like, get your hands up, get us on your knees. Then they were like, get down. But I heard her in the voice. It was like malicious. So I went down, and then right there, just the kicks started coming in. Kicks. But obviously not. Back, as you can see in the pictures, yeah, it was very hard for me, man. I mean, I had to listen to them because I heard in the voice they were gonna harm me. It could have been worse. So even though I was still a little fire, I just had to get down and just listen to them. And then even before I got down, so the kick started. I don't know what they were gonna do. I'm thinking they're gonna get help. They do this, and in my head, yo, these people are gonna kill me.
Help him out! Help him out!
Just thank God I'm alive. Thank God I'm here. Thank God I have my family. And every time I think about it, it's just terrible. Every time I look at some mirror, every time I have to take this off, every single day, and I try not to think about it on top of that, and I still have sometimes nightmares still. I wake up like if I'm still on fire or them kicking me. There's good officers out there. They really are. Just a summer and nah.
Study shows one state has robbed its citizens of $42 million just to cover up police crimes. The investigation found that less than 1% of the 65,000 complaints filed in the state resulted in the officers being charged with a crime. By Rachel Blevins, January 28, 2018. The results have been released in a 2-year investigation into police conduct in the state of New Jersey, and it has revealed a system of rampant corruption that has cost taxpayers more than $42 million to cover up the actions of killer cops in the last decade. The money was used to settle lawsuits from more than 200 citizens over things such as wrongful deaths, physical abuses, sexual misconduct, and harassment. According to the investigation, which was conducted the Asbury Park Press, not only did the majority of the officers never face charges for their actions, they often kept their jobs and were later promoted. Nearly 65,000 internal affairs complaints have been filed since 2011, and only 226, which is less than 1%, resulted in the officers being charged with a crime. Advertisement. The officers who resigned often received compensation, even when it was their deadly or corrupt actions that led to their resignation in the first place. The report claimed that taxpayers shelled out more than $700,000 to 68 officers as compensation for their quiet resignations. 3 of those officers went on to become gypsy cops, a phenomenon documented by the Free Thought Project that occurs when officers commit heinous offenses, and then simply transfer to a new department. The investigation is notable because the majority of the corruption has gone on behind closed doors. As the Asbury Park Press reported, the damage is concealed by government officials who use a veil of secret settlements and non-disclosure agreements to silence victims. Investigations of rogue cops are routinely hidden from the public by police, elected officials, and even the courts. The secretive payouts that keep abuses quiet are a vital part of a system that enables bad cops to do their worst. The secrecy starts at the police department and rises through the highest levels of government. Some of the state's largest cities and insurance carriers refuse to release government documents that are at the core of the rogue cop problem. But the tens of millions of dollars paid to settle hundreds of legal claims are not the worst part. Many of the bad cops remain on the street. One of the officers highlighted in the investigation was M.D. Khan. He was involved in a police chase on June 4, 2017, when the car officers were pursuing crashed into another car, causing it to catch on fire. Miguel Feliz, an innocent father who was in the wrong place at the wrong time, caught on fire along with his car after he was the victim in the crash. When a bystander, who was filming the scene, saw Feliz scrambling to take off his burning clothes, he called out to the officers to help him. As TFTP reported, they did the opposite, and after police rapidly approached the man, with guns drawn, they began kicking him in the ribs and head, apparently mistaking him for Pinkston. It was only after kicking and beating him that they then decided to drag him away from the flames of the burning vehicle. The investigation noted that Khan's actions on that day could have been avoided if he had actually faced consequences for the incident that landed him in jail in February 2016. Khan was arrested for threatening to shoot his brother-in-law and punching him in the face so hard that he caused serious facial injuries and a possible fractured eye socket and jaw. Khan has now been charged with 13 counts, including attempted murder, aggravated assault, official misconduct, and possession of a weapon for an unlawful purpose. Feliz has filed a lawsuit for $25 million for excessive force after the incident left his body permanently damaged. New Jersey is one of 6 states that does not require a license for its police officers, and that also does not have an official method to ban officers for breaking the law. The Park Press noted that the state is made up of 466 municipal police departments, and each one has a unique political culture and an internal affairs system that is rarely overseen by outsiders. In 2014, a study found that police officers in New Jersey were more likely to file lawsuits against police departments than the average citizen, and the lawsuits filed by officers were noticeably more expensive for taxpayers.
County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County COPWATCH with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But you know, do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, you know, at least I can do it. You know, 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, you know, if I got, you know, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. You know, 47,000 of you so far right now. You know, $1 a day. I mean, $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.